The facilities like in Cardiff?
We have a new training ground, we have a new stadium. When I went to Cardiff first, we were in Ninian Park, and probably the best thing about Ninian Park was the pitch. The rest of it was an old stadium. It had run its course. Wales had played there a couple of times, and Jock Steen, the former Celtic manager, he had a heart attack in the dugout at Ninian Park, and but it served its purpose, and we needed to upgrade. We could only fit 18,000 in there, and a team challenging at the top of the championship, you like to think that you can attract more, and we have since we've moved stadiums, and the training ground, we didn't really have a training ground. Sometimes we trained in Ninian Park, sometimes we didn't. Then we moved to the University of Glamorgan pitch, which was fine in the summer, but because it's at the base of a mountain, it used to flood in the winter, and Cardiff probably has the only 3G pitch in the whole of the UK whose pitch floods, so it's we ended up we got a state-of-the-art facility then in the Villa Glamorgan Hotel, and we've been there ever since. We've been there for about 2.5 years now,
And you think that has improved?
Very much, when we looked at when our form dips, the first season that I was over there, 06-07, we were flying up to Christmas. We were top of the league, scoring goals for fun. We were unbeaten for long. We went on long unbeaten runs and all the rest of it. Then the winter came, and we were up at the training pitch, and we couldn't get onto it because it was flooded, and we couldn't get onto a pitch for the next 3 months. And your form dips straight away because you haven't got the ability to be able to train on a real surface.
It's been very frustrating for everybody.
It was frustrating for you because the coaches knew that they probably foresaw what was going to happen, and you like to think that it's probably part and parcel. But that's one of the reasons why we had to get a new training ground. We had to get somewhere where we were able to train on a daily basis on a grass pitch, and at least then the boys can keep up their first touch, and because you get the feel of grass, and if you can when it rains, how soft it gets, because we're training on 3Gs and Astro pitches. Half the lads can't train on them because of their knees, and the other half kind of don't like it because the way the ball bounces and whatnot. So it's much better the way we have it now, and it's obviously it's proven right again because we've been playoff final last year, and we're in with a shout of going up this year as well. So
that's good. You've had a look around. What do you think of the facility?
Absolutely fantastic. I was saying earlier on that arguably your pitch now is better than the pitch that we have at our stadium. It's terrific for clubs to have such access to top-notch facilities like they are. And the more you don't even have to train on your main pitch, you have the surrounding pitches to train on, and so that your main pitch then becomes you have to earn the right to go and play on your main pitch. And it's great that you're as well off to kind of keep off it completely, because especially for your 15, 16, 17s coming through, that they don't train on it. So when they do play, that it means something when they play on it.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned on your Twitter account.
Oh no.
Too many want to do their own thing. Fucks me right off. What was that about?
I have no idea. I don't know. It was sometimes within selections of players, sometimes a group of players, you get some that that will think that their way is the right way, and generally in team sports are team sports for a reason, and yet everyone has to be pulling in the same direction. You have to share the same goals and the same outlook, and you have to want to do everything as a team, and your part in the team, you should know what it is, and and sometimes when it doesn't go like that, that's where it tends to annoy you, because it frustrates the staff to be able to see what you should be doing, and there you go.
Well, that ties into the next one.
I hope that's the political answer.
Yeah, that ties into the next one. Training was shit tonight. Lack of discipline in the squad.
Oh, that's my Sunday team. That's that wasn't anything to do with Cardiff, thank God. But it's
this is your hobby thing.
This is my Parks football team, and it was a pretty poor session.
Oh,
it's funny, even at our level, people moan and they complain about the footballs and the surface, and it's too cold, it's too warm, and we don't want to do that, we don't want to do this, and it just it annoys me, because I turn up. When you turn up to train, you should want to turn up to train and not moan. So there you go.
What would your ambition now be? You're 5-6 years with Cardiff.
Yeah. A good question. I'd love to see Cardiff in the Premier League. I'd love to be, an analyst in the Premier League, because once you're up there, you're in the top almost 22 top 22 analysts in the country. But again, I'm no different to anyone else. You have to earn the right to be there, and you have to, the feedback and what you give to the coaches should be of Premier League standard before you get there. So, I like to think that we're getting there. Everything's a learning curve. So after that, I'd like to. I wouldn't mind going into. There are jobs these days for analysts as player recruitments where you go look for video on various players, and rather than it be mentioned, you see it in the papers and all the rest of it. You want to see the next 17-year-old coming through. You want to see the next decent French lad coming through. If you're looking for we're looking at if you're looking at various players, the European leagues where you can go and get good quality players. And that's I'd like to think that is an option. Whether it's an option at Cardiff or not, I don't know. Also, I wouldn't mind giving a go with the FAI if I can as well. Because arguably, again, international teams are at the top of the elite level football. So
you'd like to do a little travel?
Staying at hotels is kind of grim, but you like to think that pitch your wits against international teams, because you like to think that obviously international players are the best, and international teams are the best that the country can offer. You like to think that Ireland and Macedonia is on Saturday, so you like to think that I'd love to have looked at how Macedonia play and their strengths and their weaknesses, and so you have a little file for Mr. Trapattoni and you can hand it to him.
Okay, and what's your prediction for tomorrow night?
I think it'll be close. We generally historically don't play well against Macedonia. Pandev, the Inter Milan strikers up front for them, it'll be difficult. I think if we can play as well as I know we can play, I think we could beat them 1-0, 2-1, maybe something like that.